Welcome to Class 4, Chapter 4, Multiplication. Today, we are going to cover the following topics under this chapter. Multiplication facts, how to multiply by any one-digit and two-digit number, how to multiply by expanding number, multiply horizontally, multiply number ending with 0, how to multiply any 3-digit by 3-digit number, how to estimate the product, word problem, and in the end, I will provide you a worksheet to practice upon. Let's start the chapter by learning multiplication facts. First fact is, numbers can be multiplied in any order. The product will remain same. Here we have an example of 2 into 9 equals to 18. And if we do 9 into 2, then also the product is 18. Therefore, whether we do 2 into 9 or 9 into 2, the product 18 remains the same. Second fact is, the factor can be grouped in any way, the product remains the same. We have an example of 5 into 2 into 3. Let's solve it in the first way. Here, first multiply 5 into 2, which gives us 10. Next multiply 10 into 3, which gives us the product as 30. Now solve it by second way. Multiply 3 into 2 first, which gives us 6. Next multiply 5 into 6, which also gives us the product as 30. Therefore, we can say the factor can be grouped in any way, the product remains the same. Third fact is, when a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. For example, 23 into 1 equals to 23. Or we can take any other number and multiply it by 1. We will always get the product as the number itself. We can take another example where 123 is getting multiplied by 1 and we still get the product as 123. Next fact is, when a number is multiplied by 0, the product is 0. For example, 23 into 0 equals to 0. Or we can take any other number and multiply it by 0, we will always get the product as 0. For example, 123 into 0 equals to 0. So, students, these are the 4 multiplication facts. Students, let's revise these multiplication facts through some exercise. First example is 17 into 1 equals to dash. The answer is 17. It is based on the fact when a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. Next example is dash into 3 equals to 3 into 18. Here answer is 18. As we know that the numbers can be multiplied in any order, the product remains the same. Next example is 7 into 3 into 6 equals to 3 into dash into 6. Answer is 7. As we know that the factor can be grouped in any way, the product remains the same. Next we have 4 into dash into 5 equals to 0. Answer is 0. As the fact says, when a number is multiplied by 0, the product is 0. Moving on, we have an example 15 into 8 equals to dash into 15. Answer is 8. As the fact says, numbers can be multiplied in any order, the product will remain the same. Last question we have is 6 into 9 into dash equals to 7 into 6 into dash. Here we need to fill 2 fill in the blanks. So, first answer is 7 and next is 9. It is based on the fact number 2. The factors can be grouped in any way, the product remains the same. Students, let's understand multiplication by one-digit number by vertical method. Example is to multiply 3257 by 3. You must be aware of this form as column form, but it is also known as vertical method. Let's solve it. Step 1. Multiply 3 into 7 equals to 21. Since 21 is a two-digit number, we need to regroup it. Write 1 in the answer and 2 gets carried over. Step 2. Multiply 3 into 5, which is equal to 15, and 15 plus 2 carry equals to 17. Again regroup 17. Write 7 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Step 3. Multiply 3 into 2 equals to 6. 6 plus 1 carry equals to 7. So write 7 in the answer. And last step 4 is multiply 3 into 3, which is equal to 9. Therefore, our product is 9771. Students, let's do multiplication by one-digit number by horizontal method. Example is to multiply 1436 by 4. First, write the numbers horizontally. Students, in this method, solving part is same as vertical method, except we will write everything horizontally. Let's start solving it. Step 1 is to multiply 4 into 6, which is equal to 24. Since 24 is a two-digit number, we need to regroup it. Write 4 in the answer and 2 gets carried over. Step 2 is to multiply 4 by 3, which is equal to 12, and 12 plus 2 carry equals to 14. Regroup 14, write 4 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Next step is 4 into 4 equals to 16, and 16 plus 1 carry gives us 17. Write 7 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. And last step is to multiply 4 into 1, which is equal to 4, and 4 plus 1 carry equals to 5. Therefore, students, our answer is 1436 multiplied by 4 gives us 5744. Now, let's do multiplication by expanding number. Example is to multiply 1236 by 4. Students, we have already learned how to expand numbers in chapter 1, place value. We will use the same to expand the given number here. So, step 1 is to write the expanded form of 1236. Expanded form is 1000 plus 200 plus 30 plus 6. Step 2 is multiply this expanded form by 4 horizontally. It means we need to multiply each number of expanded form by 4. Therefore, we will write 1000 into 4, 200 into 4, 30 into 4 and 6 into 4. Now let's multiply them. 6 into 4 equals to 24, 30 into 4 equals to 120, 200 into 4 equals to 800 and 1000 into 4 equals to 4000. Now step 3 is add these numbers horizontally, which means 4000 plus 800 plus 120 plus 24. We get the sum as 4944. So students, this is our answer. Students, let's learn multiplication by two-digit numbers ending with 0. Example is to multiply 2761 by 10. Students, it is very easy to multiply with two-digit numbers ending with 0. First, write the numbers horizontally. Now, start solving it. Step 1 is to write a 0 at ones place. Next step is to multiply the number by the digit in tens place, which means 2761 multiplied by 1. Now, step 3 is solving this multiplication of 2761 into 1, which equals to 2761 only, because we learnt under the multiplication facts that when a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. So, let's write the product as 27610. We will write the answer as 2761 multiplied by 10 equals to 27610. Now let's take another example, and this time we'll multiply with 20. Example is to multiply 3421 by 20. First, write the numbers horizontally. Now, start solving it. Step 1 is write a 0 in ones place. Step 2, multiply the number by the digit in tens place, which is 3421 multiplied by 2. Next step is to solve this multiplication of 3421 multiplied by 2 horizontally. Let's do it. 2 into 1 equals to 2. Next, 2 into 2 equals to 4. Then 2 into 4 equals to 8. And in the last, 2 into 3 equals to 6. Therefore, the product is 68420. We will write the answer as 3421 into 20 gives us 68420. So students, you see how easy it is to solve the multiplication by two-digit numbers ending with 0. Also, please practice multiplication with 30, 40, 50 till 90. Next is multiplying by any two-digit number. Example is to multiply 34 by 27. Students, before solving it, first let me tell you what exactly we do when we multiply by a two-digit number. For this, let's get the expanded form of 27, which is 20 plus 7. Now, this expanded form shows that there are two multiplications involved here. First multiplication is 7 into 34 and second multiplication is 20 into 34. Next, we need to add the products of these two multiplications to get our answer. So, in short, students, we do the multiplication in 3 steps. Step 1, get the product of 7 into 34. Step 2, get the product of 20 into 34. And step 3 is add these two products of step 1 and step 2. Now, let's solve this example by following these steps. Step 1, multiply 34 by 7. 7 into 4 equals to 28. Regroup 28. 8 comes in the answer and 2 gets carried over. Next, 7 into 3 equals to 21 and 21 plus 2 carry gives us 23. Write 23 in the product. Therefore, the product of 7 into 34 is 238. Let's do step 2 now. Multiply 34 by 20, which is the multiplication by two-digit number ending with 0. That's why we first have to write 0 in the ones place. Instead of 0, students, I prefer cross in this vertical method. You can put 0 as per your liking. Now multiply 2 into 4 equals to 8. Next, 2 into 3 equals to 6. Thus, the product of step 2 is 680. Step 3. Add these two products and regroup if required. So, 8 plus 0 equals to 8. 3 plus 8 equals to 11. Write 1 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Next, 1 carry plus 2 plus 6 equals to 9. Therefore, our answer is 918. Let's take another example and this time multiply a 4-digit number with a 2-digit number. Example is to multiply 1307 by 36. We will solve this multiplication in 3 steps. Step 1 is multiply 1307 by 6. So 6 into 7 equals to 42. Regroup 42, write 2 in the answer and 4 gets carried over. Next, 6 into 0 gives us 0 and 0 plus 4 carry equals to 4. Now 6 into 3 equals to 18. Regroup 18. 8 goes in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Next, 6 into 1 equals to 6 and 6 plus 1 carry gives us 7. Therefore, the product of 6 into 1307 is 7842. Now, step 2 is to multiply 1307 by 30. First, put a cross or the 0 at 1's place. Then multiply 3 by 7 equals to 21. Write 1 in the answer and 2 gets carried over. Students, make sure to circle this second carry so as to differentiate between the two carries and thus to avoid the confusion. Next, multiply 3 with 0 equals to 0 and 0 plus 2 carry gives us 2. Next, multiply 3 by 3 equals to 9 and lastly 3 into 1 gives us 3. Therefore, product of 30 into 1307 is 39210. Now, step 3 is add these two products. 2 plus 0 gives us 2. 4 plus 1 equals to 5. 8 plus 2 equals to 10. Right? 0 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Next, add 1 carry plus 7 plus 9 equals to 17. Regroup 17. And lastly, add 1 carry plus 3 equals to 4. Therefore, our answer is 47052. Students, let's understand multiplication by a 3-digit number ending with 0. Example is to multiply 142 by 100. We will do it by the same method as we did in multiplication by a 2-digit number ending with 0. Let's write the numbers horizontally. Now start solving it. Step 1 is to write 0 at 1's and 10's place as we are multiplying with a 3-digit number which has 2 zeros. Now next step is to multiply the given number by the digit in hundreds place, which means 142 into 1. Step 3 is solving this multiplication of 142 into 1, which equals to 142, because we learnt in the multiplication facts that when a number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. So let's write the product. It is 14200. Let's take another example, and this time we will multiply the number by 200. Example is to multiply 231 by 200. First, write the numbers horizontally. Now let's solve it. Step 1 is to write a 0 at ones and tens place. Step 2, multiply the number by the digit in hundreds place, which means 231 into 2. Now next step is to solve this multiplication horizontally. So 2 into 1 equals to 2. 2 into 3 equals to 6 and 2 into 2 equals to 4. Therefore, the product is 46200. Let's do the multiplication by any 3-digit number. Students, it is an important topic, so please listen carefully. Example is to multiply 423 by 657. We will do this in the same way as we did in multiplication with a 2-digit number. Here we will do it in the 4 steps. Step 1 is to get the product of 423 into 7. Step 2, 423 into 50. Step 3, 423 into 600. And step 4 would be to add these 3 products. So let's start with step number 1. Multiply 423 by 7. So 7 into 3 equals to 21. Regroup 21. Write 1 in the answer and 2 gets carried over. Next, 7 into 2 equals to 14. And 14 plus 2 equals to 16. Regroup 16. 6 comes in the answer and 1 gets carried over. And in the last, 7 into 4 equals to 28. And 28 plus 1 carry gives us 29. Therefore, product of 7 into 423 equals to 2961. Now, step 2 is multiply 423 by 50, which is the multiplication by a 2-digit number. Therefore, write a 0 or cross in the ones place. Now, 5 into 3 equals to 15. Write 5 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Students, please encircle this second carry so as to differentiate between the carries and to avoid confusion. Next is to multiply 5 into 2, which gives us 10, and 10 plus 1 carry equals to 11. Write 1 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Now 5 into 4 equals to 20, and 20 plus 1 carry equals to 21. Therefore, product of 50 into 423 equals to 21150. Step 3 is multiply 423 by 600, which is the multiplication by a 3-digit number ending with 2 zeros. Therefore, write 2 zeros or 2 cross in the ones and tens place. Now students, multiply 6 by 3, which is equal to 18. Write 8 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Students, please put a square around this third carry so as to differentiate between the 3 carries, and it will also be helpful if you want to check your answer later on. Next, multiply 6 into 2 equals to 12 plus 1 carry equals to 13. Write 3 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Put a square around this carry also. Next, 6 into 4 equals to 24, and 24 plus 1 carry equals to 25. Therefore, product of 600 into 423 equals to 253800. Now, our last step is to add all these 3 products. So, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. Next, 6 plus 5 plus 0 equals to 11. regroup 11. Next, add 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 8, which is equal to 19. Again regroup 19. Next, add 1 carry plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 equals to 7. Then 2 plus 5 equals to 7. And in the last we have only 2, so write 2 in the answer. So our product is 277911. So student, this is how we multiply a 3-digit number with a 3-digit number. Next, let's learn how to estimate the product. In class 3, you must have learned rounding up or rounding down the numbers. We will use the same in estimating the product. For more details, do watch my separate video of how to round off the numbers. You can find the link in the description below. Example is to find the estimated and exact product of 308 and 194. So here, first, let's find the estimated product by rounding up or rounding down the numbers. Let's round off these two numbers. 308 rounds down to nearest 100, which is 300, and 194 rounds up to the nearest 100, which is 200. So multiply these rounded numbers. Since we have 2 zeros each in both the numbers, we will write 4 zeros in the product and then multiply 3 into 2, which is equal to 6. Thus, the product of 300 into 200 is 60,000, which is our estimated product. Second, we will find the exact product by multiplying the given numbers. So let's multiply 308 into 194, which is the multiplication of 3-digit number with a 3-digit number. So let's start. 4 into 8 equals to 32. Write 2 in the answer and 3 gets carried over. Next, 4 into 0 equals to 0 and 0 plus 3 carry equal to 3, and 4 into 3 equals to 12. Now students, put a cross and multiply 9 into 8, which is equal to 72. 2 comes in the answer and 7 gets carried over. Please encircle this second carry. Next, multiply 9 into 0 equals to 0 and 0 plus 7 carry equals to 7. Next, 9 into 3 equals to 27. Now put 2 cross at 1s and 10s place and multiply 1 into 8, which is equal to 8. Then 1 into 0 equals to 0 and 1 into 3 equals to 3. In the last, add these products. So 2 plus 0 equals to 2. 3 plus 2 plus 0 equals to 5. 2 plus 7 plus 8 equals to 17. Regroup 17. Then add 1 carry plus 1 plus 7 plus 0 equals to 9 and 2 plus 3 equals to 5. Therefore, the exact product is 59752. So, here the estimated product is 60,000 and the exact product is 59,752. So, students, this is how we find the exact and estimated product. Students, now we have well understood each concept of multiplication. Now let's do a word problem related to multiplication. Question is, a farmer plants 148 banana trees in a row. How many banana trees will he plant in 62 such rows? Students, we should always write the given statements in a word problem and then do the multiplication. So let's first write the statements. Number of banana tree in a row equals to 148. Number of rows equals to 62. Therefore, number of banana trees a farmer will plant equals to 148 into 62. So let's solve it. 2 into 8 equals to 16. Regroup 16, write 6 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. Next, 2 into 4 equals to 8 and 8 plus 1 carry gives us 9. And 2 into 1 equals to 2. Now let's multiply the number with 60. So put a cross or a 0 in the ones place. Next, 6 into 8 equals to 48. Write 8 in the answer and 4 gets carried over. We will encircle this carry. Now 6 into 4 equals to 24 and 24 plus 4 carry gives us 28. Write 8 in the answer and 2 gets carried over. Next, 6 into 1 equals to 6 and 6 plus 2 carry equals to 8. Students, let's add these two products. 6 plus cross equals to 6. 9 plus 8 equals to 17. 7 comes in the answer and 1 gets carried over. 1 plus 2 plus 8 equals to 11. Write 1 in the answer and 1 gets carried over. And in the last, 1 carry plus 8 gives us 9. So our answer is 9176. But we should not leave the answer here. Instead, do write an answer statement, which is the farmer will plant 9176 banana tree in 62 rows. Students, in the end, I am giving you a worksheet for your practice. You can find the answers to this worksheet number 4 in my next video. Question 1. Find the product for following. Question 2. Neha pays Rs 985 towards her school fee every month. What is the amount paid as the fee for 1 year? Next question is, Rohan studies 3 hours daily. How many minutes does he study in a week? Question number 4 is, a dozen pencils are packed in a box, 30 boxes are packed in a carton. How many pencils are there in 20 cartons? Last question is, a plane covers distance of 1980 km to reach from place A to place B. How much distance will it cover in 2 round trips? So students, this is the end of our chapter 4, class 4 multiplication. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more and do press the bell icon to receive the notification for my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.